Hi, this is E.T. Much of the information here comes from Steve Springer's and Blake Chavez's book. It's called Hard Luck, The Triumph and Tragedy of Irish Jerry Quarry. It also comes from other sources. This is Jerry Quarry, you already know that, who should be remembered as the WBA heavyweight champion, but he is not remembered as such because he lost a title fight by a majority decision to Jimmy Ellis. That was in Oakland, California, in April of 1968. This encounter was the last in a series to determine a new champion. That was after Muhammad Ali was stripped of his heavyweight title, unfairly, in my opinion, for not complying with the draft and a likely Vietnam tour. The series of fights pitted these two together after Ellis had defeated Oscar Bonavena. That was by unanimous decision. And he took out equally tough Leotis Martin by a ninth-round TKO. Quarry made it to the top after he beat former champion Floyd Patterson. That was by majority decision. And a very tough Thad Spencer by TKO. By the way, Joe Frazier declined to participate in this tournament series. As you probably know, Ellis took a very close win. One judge had Jerry ahead. And he won, or Jerry lost, because of several reasons. Reason one, Ellis's trainer was Angelo Dundee, and he understood Quarry's need to have an opponent come to him so he then could deliver a devastating punch. He kept Ellis away until Jerry came forward, but he failed, Jerry did, to nail the super quick Ellis. Sports Illustrated described the Ellis fight as a tactical masterpiece. Reason number two why Jerry lost. Jerry often played dangerous games, as he did with his brother James. Both were roughhousing before the Ellis fight, and it resulted in Jerry breaking his back. Jerry said to the New York Magazine months later after the fight, "I went into the fight with a cracked fourth vertebrae. I could not bend, I could barely move, but I wanted the fight. Yeah, it was stupid." Jerry wore a cast for 2 months after that fight. Reason number three, Jerry was an emotional wreck. That was after learning days before the fight that his wife had suffered a miscarriage. And reason number four, Jerry, already taken in by the allure of fame, spent too many nights performing in California beach nightclubs like Cisco's. He would sing with the band. He should have been sleeping. Of all these reasons why Jerry couldn't take the title, E.T. thinks the broken back was probably the most important. And that was a result of the Quarry family dynamic. It was established early on by the family patriarch Jack Quarry. After reading Springer's and Chavez's book, I was reminded of Raoul Walsh's film Gentleman Jim. It's about former champion Jim Corbett, whose own family resembled that of Quarry's. Both were fighting Irish clans. Father Jack Quarry often pitted the younger and smaller Mike Quarry against his brother Jerry, resulting in damage to both brothers, mostly to Mike. But Jerry pursued other, more dangerous sport too. Example, 2 months after the Ellis fight, Jerry, his cast recently taken off, put the whole clan up at a Newport Beach resort in California, and one evening, just before dusk, Jerry and Mike, both very competitive, decide to take a swim in a very dangerous Pacific Ocean. Both are swept out by a strong undertow, something that E.T. is familiar with, by the way. They're swept out to sea. Mike is able to swim back, but Jerry continued to float on very choppy waters. He twice dropped underwater, almost drowning. After several hours, the Quarry family's in a panic. The news got out, and it was reported on radio that Jerry Quarry had drowned. resulting in calls coming in from all over the country. One came in from Japan. Finally, Jerry, alone and exhausted, was saved by a surfer named Randy Laddow. He put his own life in danger by paddling out to rescue Jerry. Now, that you may not have heard about this incident, despite it being reported on radio, was due to another big event. On this same day, June 5, 1968, Robert F. Kennedy, the father of RFK Jr., who is President Trump's Secretary of Health and Human Services, RFK Sr. was assassinated about the same time at the Ambassador Hotel a few miles south of where Jerry almost drowned. And that, boys and girls, is the story, though not the only one to tell regarding the Quarry clan. If you enjoyed the video, give it a thumb up, subscribe, hit the bell icon. You'll be notified of new uploads. Share these videos too on social media. Thank you.